Slave DiBiase.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? Another Monday upon us. Happy Monday to everybody. This is another live 420 session, another live episode of the Offenders Initiative podcast. Thank y'all, everyone, for pulling up to the sesh. You could have been anywhere in the world for your 420, but you're here with me. Salute, salute, salute. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, whether you smoke or not. If you're just here for the vibes and here for a couple of laughs, maybe even some news, who knows, who cares? But we are here. I'm your illustrious host, Slave DiBiase, aka Slay Daniel Richards, aka Tony Spark, aka Victor Von Slay, aka got so many shades they thought I had a lazy eye. Salute to the chat. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the live if you can. You know what I'm saying? It don't hurt. But today, before we get started with anything, we got strain of the day. Strain of the day. It is Pink Sherbert. Y'all see that? Beautiful, right? Beautiful. Pink Sherbert. Can't do that for too long. Just wanted to show y'all that. Oh. It was just my phone. Good. It was just my phone. All right. So they say nothing lasts forever. Went to okay. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Yeah, get you out of here. Okay, cool. Anyways, let's do a little education, y'all, on Pink Sherbert, which is the strain of the day. All right. Its effects are body hot, calming, happy, relaxing, tingling, uplifting, may relieve appetite loss, chronic pain, depression, nausea, and stress. The flavors are berry, candy, fruity, strawberry, sugary, sweet. Aromas are citrus, creamy, fruity, sour, and strawberry and sweet. Yeah, I'm smelling all the sugary and the sourness and the fruitiness and the sweetness. This is definitely a sweet tree right here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is about 27 to 30% THC. It's a balance. It's a hybrid, 50% sativa, 50% indica. It's mixed with Sherb 9 and pink runts. Y'all already know what time it is. We got bright green nuggets, orange hairs, and all of that. You know, the stuff you love, But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. That's been our strain of the day for today. I will let y'all know. It does look pink too, doesn't it? I will let y'all know how this is smoking in just a little bit. But anyways, what's going on, y'all? Tell me in the comments what you're smoking on. Salute to everybody in the chat, whoever may watch this content, whether religiously or in passing. Again, we just react and smoke. We don't steal. So we always give credit to whomever we react to. And with that being said, have y'all seen what's going on with Charleston White and Young Thug? Hey, man, when you get off from Marico, you not supposed to get put back into the news for nothing. Don't let nobody trick you out of your motherfucking position. If you know, like I know. This is by way of All Urban Central, y'all. We're going to take a look as I roll up. Let's get it started.
They ain't ready for that, mate. They so dumb. Bitch ass. Man, them hoe ain't gonna approach me now. Catch the foot.
But you put the wrong here, boy. I'm telling you. And I was hoping one of them threw a punch. Oh, I was hoping one of them threw a punch. Oh, you think? So they just gave that boy that money back too? They just released Thug money. I was getting all that money. Any one of you threw a punch, guess what? Jeffrey threw it because you couldn't have been able to defend yourself. I was waiting for any to throw a punch. His ass, I would go you back in jail. Boom! Nigga, get the record. and sue your mama.
Hey, yo, what's going on? Y'all not gonna believe this because somehow, some way, Charleston White and Young Thug almost had a situation that Drewski's could have been video shoot. Yeah, Drewski's could have been shoot turned into a potential street drama. And this one got out of hand quick. So Drewski.
Have y'all ever seen this Could Have Been Love show that Drewski got? Have y'all seen it yet? It's a crazy show. Your man is basically this era's Flavor Flav. He doing this show. Although it must kind of suck whether he doing it for real or not, but being a person like him, it must kind of suck like not knowing if a girl like you for you or do they just want some money. It's kind of crazy to me though.
Drewski has a Could Have Been record video shoot, you know, comedy vibes, skits, joke. Everybody's supposed to be laughing. Cool, right? Wrong. Because you got two people in the same building that should probably never be in the same room. Charleston White and Young Thug. Now, if you know Charleston White, this man has been talking crazy about rappers for years. And Young Thug, that's not just a rapper. That's a whole aura, a whole presence, a whole situation. And Charleston White, he has never shied away from talking about Young Thug. So already, tension is loaded in the air. A video clip hit the internet where it looks like Young Thug and Charleston White ran into each other. And things got heated quick.
They ain't ready for that, mate. They hold on. Bitch ass. Man, them hoe ain't approach me. Now, catch the foot.
In the video, Charleston White is visually upset, yelling, going off, basically saying he felt threatened. And according to Charleston White, things went left. He claims there was an altercation, some kind of confrontation involving Young Thug and his people. And Charleston White is basically saying they tried to press me. Now, we don't got full footage of the exact moment, but what we do got is Charleston White going on a full rant afterward. And when I say rant, I mean classic Charleston White crash out mode.
Jeffrey Williams, let me explain something to you. You on probation, right? You just approached me, threatening me. Your words was, we step on shit, okay?
Oh, given everything that we know with the man's legal trouble, given everything that we know, was this a smart move for Young Thug to threaten somebody like Charleston White, somebody who they know play police games, somebody who is known for putting rappers or trying to put rappers in the way of law enforcement? Was this smart at all? Maybe if we were Young Thug with the way that we got home, should we have not just possibly ignored Charleston White?
You didn't say I, you made it plural. You said we, so that's in cohorts. I mean a gang. You on probation. Then you had a fellow with you that was possessing a gun. You are not supposed to be around with people that had guns. Eyewitness, along with other witnesses, saw your friend with a short body with the pudgy stomach that hangs above or over his waistline like a kangaroo pouch. The was clutching the gun. His exact words as he was clutching the gun or appearing to be clutching the gun. I assumed it was a gun. I think it was a gun. I believe it was a gun, right? That makes it aggravated assault. His words was, don't lose your life in here. My words was, do it. Then other people came out and interfered. I proceeded to brandish the mace and pull out the mace and say, you get mace. So I understand we was on a private airport's property, which is under the Federal Aviation Administration. So first thing Monday morning, because you said Jeffrey Williams on probation, AKA King Slime, AKA Young Thug, you said we step on shit. Your other brother, your goon with the gang chain, the YSL spider chain, pretending to clutch a gun as he was assuming to be brandishing and holding the gun, said, don't lose your life. I am now in fear of my life.
How we feeling about this? Was this a stupid move? Was this a stupid move? Do we threaten somebody who we know plays with police? Sit down somewhere, Young Thug, bro. You about to be the new OJ Simpson. You gonna fuck around and go ahead and do that time for real if you don't sit down somewhere.
God, I'm contacting my attorney. First thing Monday morning, we will be going to the courts to to file a restraining order against you for my protection. Not only that, I will be contacting the federal authorities because you made a threat while possessing a gun on federal property, a private airport. I'm pressing charges on you, Jeffrey. I know you're on probation. You fit go to jail. I swear to God, you will. I'm doing everything because you got me afraid for my life. You are a gang leader. I don't even know why you was at the Drewski Could Have Been Love reunion. You wasn't on one episode. I don't even know what you were there for. Bothered me. And you waited till I was by myself.
OG said you didn't even press me. You know what I'm saying? When I had my peoples and it was an even little thing, you waited until I was by myself because you was in fear. He listen to the words that he's using, y'all. He's using words like gang leader, federal, weapon, brandish. Those are those court-worthy buzzwords, as they say. Sue-worthy buzzwords.
You waited till I was by myself and approached me with a gang of guys, thinking that you was gonna.
He keeps saying the word gang. He keeps saying the word gang. This doesn't look good. By the way, off top with the first few pulls of this, I definitely taste a lot of bright citrus, a little creamy strawberry pause in here. This is some good stuff. Pink Sherbert is the strain of the day, y'all. If y'all just tuning in.
Intimidate me and cause me to be in fear. And guess what? You did. Sure did. And I am in fear. God said I would lose my life clutching the gun. I seen it and I saw it. And I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. You going to jail. And I'm contacting your probation officer. I'm sending her the video to show that you was there and you was with gang members. I got the pictures and the photos of every guy you was with. Swear to God, I do.
I have pictures and photos of every person that you were with. He has surveillance. If he presses this, he said he was supposed to be going to court today about it. If he presses this for real, bro, this could be bad for Young Thug. He could end up going back to jail, y'all. He literally could end up going back to jail. I want to say they sentenced him to 20 years and they gave him 5 suspended, and then, they hit the little whoop-de-woo and they let him out. But he could get sent back to jail for just this right here. You got off from a RICO, supposedly, right? You're not supposed to get in trouble for nothing. You're not supposed to be associated with no felons. You're not supposed to be around no guns. And oh, man, this is nasty.
Yeah, no business bother me. But you got the right one, Jeffrey. Yeah. Jeffrey King Slime for the ass right into Fannie Willie's hand.
If he can prove that this actually happened and that Young Thug did in fact threaten him, he's going back to jail, y'all.
She already done tried to get you revoke. Guess what I'm finna do? Get you a revocation hearing. I swear to God, I'm finna get you a revocation hearing. And I listen, I'm gonna tell exactly what happened. Detailed description. And you waited. You thought y'all gonna catch me by myself and I was gonna cowboy, grab my nuts on you and told you to do it. And I was by myself. You with a group of and you had every opportunity to upside my head. Get what you didn't do? Nothing but make threats. And guess what it is? Against the law.
Charleston White gets on camera, heated, yelling.
Charleston said he ain't no gangster. He's very much so a civilian. Is he wrong for telling them folks what happened, what occurred between Young Thug and the rest of his crew? Or, he described them guys as a gang, right? This is nasty. If he can prove it, it'll stand.
Pacing, talking reckless, basically let it be known I ain't scared of none of y'all. And here's the craziest part. He starts talking about pressing charges. Charges? Bro said, nah, we not doing street justice. We doing legal with it. That's Charleston White, though. He'll talk wild, but he'll also call the police real quick. Now, let me be honest. This is exactly why people say Charleston White be playing a dangerous game. You can't be online talking spicy about everybody and then be surprised when you run into him in real life. That's like...
Hold up. You could say that motherfuckers say whatever they want if they don't put their hands on you. That's another way of looking at it, too. You can say whatever you want to me. I can say whatever I want to you, but you can't tell me how to handle things once you put your hands on me. I also can't tell you how to feel or what to do after you feel disrespected. So that's going to be a circle on that one.
Poking a lion and then being shocked when the lion look at you like lunch. Come on now. Now on the Young Thug side, we haven't really heard much directly from him, but let's keep it real. Thug don't even gotta say nothing. His presence alone gonna make things tense. And if his people felt disrespected, yeah, you can already imagine how that energy went. But can we talk about Drewski for a second? My boy just trying to film a funny skit. Now you got Charleston White yelling in one corner, Young Thug energy in the other corner. That man probably like, yo, this was supposed to be a comedy video, bro. Social media going crazy over this. You got one side saying Charleston White always doing too much. Another side saying, nah, if he felt threatened, he had to stand on it. And then you got everybody else watching like, why did the universe even allow this crossover to happen? But on some real talk, this is what happens when internet trolling meets real life. Online is content. In person is consequence. Charleston White made it.
Hey, salute to Urban Central on this one. Hey, I totally agree. You do have to deal with the consequences of whatever you say about somebody once you see them in person. You can't tell how somebody should handle something once they feel disrespected. But y'all tell me in the comments how y'all feeling on that one. But on to the next one. I just have one question before I play what I'm about to play. It's just one question for everybody here. Has Atlanta gone too far? Biggs, you gone too far. Have they gone too far? I'm just going to play this right quick. This is by way of O'Shea Duke Jackson. Salute to that brother. And this says, Atlanta churches have officially gone too far. Let's see what he's talking about.
That was very interesting at Morehouse College today. There is a chapel called the Martin Luther King International Chapel. Almost every HBCU has one of these. And in every chapel you go to the HBCU, you will see portraits dedicated to great men in our community, and even certain people that are not Black. In the case of Morehouse College, you will have Dr. King, you'll have Gandhi, you will have Abraham Lincoln. But in this case, something happened there that never happened before. There were 3 gay pastors that were allowed to have their portraits put into this chapel. So
the word gay pastor is just messing me all the way up. We're going to continue.
Next, Dr. King, you will see people like Bishop O.C. Allen, Father Darrell Tiller, and the Reverend Dr. Brandon Crowley. This is significant. It shows the new day and new era of the Black church, which is openly accepting homosexual or trans pastors into the mix.
Hold on. For all the sensitive folk here, we don't get like that. We just ask questions, How y'all feeling about that? Has Atlanta finally gone too far? They're about to open up a legit gay church with a gay pastor. Are y'all visiting that church? I'm not a religious person, so you ain't got to ask me. But, how are we feeling about that? Does everybody deserve the word, as y'all call it, or is it only for a specific group of people who have sins bigger than the others, or whatever the case may be? Y'all just listen. I don't know.
Damn.
That brings me to Reverend Dr. Brandon Crowley. He wrote a book called Queering Black Churches, Dismantling.
He wrote a book called what? Dismantling heteronormativity in African American. Oh yeah, this ought to be good. Hold on.
Heteronormativity in African American congregations. And I didn't know what this term heteronormativity was until I heard about Brandon Crowley. And basically, heteronormativity means that everybody expects men and women to romantically date, to expect that everybody is straight. And what this does is this discounts the idea that some people are, in fact, gay. Some people are, in fact, bisexual, or some people are, in fact, trans. And so this heteronormativity in the Black church needs to be broken up. And he will talk about this in an interview.
Thank you. And Tony. You're a dear friend of mine. I love you so much. And thank you for the opportunity to be able to talk about this work. I am sort of just bubbling over with excitement that this is getting ready to be birthed into the world. It has been a long time coming. I'll just speak just briefly about what the church was birthed out of, and then sort of what it is very quickly. My congregation, Myrtle, is one of the few open and affirming historically Black churches in the United States.
Open and affirming. Okay. All right. Yep.
And we went through a self-initiated process to become open and affirming. The reason we went through a self-initiated process is because all of the resources and materials out there about doing this work at that time, about 10 or so years ago, were all white. And it didn't take into consideration the sensitivity that one must have and the contextual approach that one must take in trying to dismantle heteronormativity in Black contexts.
Let's talk about this guy. Reverend Dr. Brandon Crowley went to Morehouse himself. Very smart guy, went to Harvard Divinity School. Myrtle Baptist Church is right outside of Boston. This is the same guy who lied about his sexuality. He was the pastor for 6 years and did not tell his church that he was gay. So that's for 6 years.
This is crazy. Okay, I guess, man. All right.
They didn't. Well, some people knew and they didn't know. He came out and told the church that he was gay after 6 years. He hid that in his application for the church. So he deceived his own congregation. He was gay the whole time and he knew it, but he didn't tell them that. So he got to Harvard, used the class from Harvard, and then he changed his church into being this gay affirming church. Wow. Now, what he's going to do right now is very dangerous, and I'm going to explain why.
Because of the fierceness and the terror of American chattel slavery, Black sexuality and Black gender is something that cannot be handled in the same way that it is in white contexts, because of how slavery warped our sense of identity, completely destroyed our African sense of communalism.
So this is
You know what? I'm not even gonna let this whole situation finish because I know where he's about to go with that. Basically, this is one of those, well, before the Europeans came and got us, we was gay as fuck then. I don't know about all of that, but this is once again another shot at the Black church coming off the Drewski damn skit. This is another situation that don't make the Black church look too good. I don't know. That's why I stay my ass at home and praise to the God that I know. You know what I'm saying? But y'all like, comment, and subscribe and tell me on that one. Has Atlanta finally gone too far? I think so. No, you know what? No, I want to see what else. Maybe vampires by October. Vampire zombies. Who knows? But yeah, y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feeling about that one. But I have some news or a theory. Did anybody see the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer? Did y'all see a certain point where his eyes had gotten a certain black, like a glossy, almost alien-like black? I kind of feel like Venom might be in the movie, but somebody else had a theory that might be better than mine. This is by Cosmic Wonder. Let's take a look, y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe with him as well. Great stuff. Love everything this guy does.
New Day. Originally, when the trailer came out, a lot of people thought there were signs of Venom. And I thought, no, I don't think that they would actually do that. However, after doing many videos on Spider-Man Brand New Day, after watching the trailer many different times, and after hearing a lot of things online, I am kind of starting to think.
Y'all see these black eyes? There's a theory online right now that Peter actually dies at the end of Spider-Man Brand New Day. And that piece of the Venom symbiote, well, this is what I think, that piece of the Venom symbiote that's been in the 616 timeline ever since Venom did that flip-flop during Spider-Man No Way Home, that little piece of the symbiote is going to finally find Peter Parker because of the hive mind, and it's going to bring him back to life. That's how he gets the black suit leading into Doomsday and Secret Wars. Peter Parker might die at the end of this movie.
That the symbiote will be in Spider-Man Brand New Day, and they might actually show Spider-Man getting the symbiote. I don't think Venom is going to be in the movie in the way that a lot of people think he is, but I do have 5 reasons why I really do think Marvel really is setting up the Venom symbiote in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Like I've said, I've seen a lot online, and heavy spoilers. Paul actually did a great video on why he thinks Venom is really going to be in the movie. So after this video, you should definitely check that out. But my first reason is that Venom actually really wanted Noel and the other 3 Spider-Men, and they wanted a big, giant multiversal movie for the next Spider-Man film, which would...
Are they just going to leave that out to never be spoken of again? How many of y'all saw that horrible last Venom the Last Dance, and Noel showed up, and you know, it was hinted that we would end up seeing him again, and the Tom Hardy Venom would meet up with Tom Holland Spider-Man and the rest of the Spider-Man that we've seen in live action, and they would do like a Spider-Verse in live action type situation. I'm feeling, because Sony's about to have a reboot, I'm not sure if that's still in the plans, but I would love to see that. They can't just leave that whole Noel situation just out there.
Involve Venom. And I think that's kind of important, because the post-credit scenes for Venom Let There Be Carnage, and kind of the last Venom movie as well, but also Spider-Man No Way Home, did set up the Venom symbiote in the MCU. That would be something that I think would be really kind of like not cool on their part to just ignore. Because that brings me into the next reason, number 2, is that Venom is actually what the fans want. And this is really important to note, because Tom Holland has said, since the trailer came out, Tom Holland has said that he scoured the internet for a very long time, just looking at what fans were saying about what they wanted from the next Spider-Man film. And then he took it to Marvel and Sony, and he said, this is what the fans want. This is what we should do. Well, again, think about what the fans would want.
There's no way they said that. And I purely say that because why is Jean Grey in the Spider-Man movie, and where is Professor X? It brings all of these questions up right here. So they didn't do shit that the fans wanted. Let's not do that now. But okay, from the article, cool.
We want Venom in the MCU. We want Tom Holland's Spider-Man to get the Venom symbiote. And we've wanted that since they have teased that in the post-credit scene. So Tom has definitely seen that fans were really excited about the post-credit scenes. They were really excited about Venom coming to the MCU. If you would ask fans probably what they want the most to happen, I think Venom would definitely be at the top of the list. And then I think like Spider-Gwen, Miles Morales, other things.
How we feeling? Do we need to see Tom Holland Spider-Man versus Venom? Is it about time to see that right now? I'm not sure if it's about time to see that right now, or is it more time to see a Miles Morales? They've also been hinting at a Miles Morales in the 616 timeline. Or is it time to see them both?
Like that would be at the top. But if you think about everything that we know about Spider-Man Brand New Day so far, none of that really screams, this is what the fans want. You know, I can't see a scenario where Tom Holland scoured the internet and went, oh, fans want Man-Spider. I don't think that's the case.
Right. Not lying about that one. Ain't nobody asked for that. Nobody asked for it. Nobody asked for that shit.
I think, again, what we would see is, hey, fans want to see the Venom symbiote. They want to see Spider-Gwen, Miles Morales, Scorpion, maybe, but like Tombstone, they're cool villains for Spider-Man. But as far as like the big grand scale of things, I think Venom's at the top of the list. And then Jean Grey.
Venom and Green Goblin, or another Green Goblin, is who we would want to see versus Spider-Man. They're going to have to bring out a 616 Green Goblin. That has to be better than William Dafoe. And that is big shoes to fill.
I don't think Jean Grey was really what fans were talking about until Sadie Sink was mentioned to possibly be playing her. But before that, I don't think anybody was like, oh yeah, Marvel's going to introduce the X-Men. more specifically, kind of the main one of the main focuses of the new X-Men team that's coming after Secret Wars. I don't think anybody thought that that's what they were going to do. I think this was a Kevin Feige decision, though. I think Kevin Feige said, hey, yeah, Spider-Man Brand New Day, we're out.
Do y'all feel like this is a good move introducing the 616 X-Men, the new casted X-Men, into the universe of mutants in the MCU? Do y'all think it's a good way to do it this way? I mean, I kind of like if this is Jean Grey using her powers, then she's kind of got that X-Men 97. You can see her out of aura, her going off type of vibe or whatever. I'm not mad at it. But then again, like I said, it now bears a question. I highly believe that there has been shifts in the timeline. There's been shifts in reality because he who remains is dead. And now all the Kangs are dead. And possibly even Kang Prime is dead. With Doom out there already in the multiverse, I believe there's been shifts in the timeline, and now mutants are showing up. But it just bears the question of, if Jean Grey is here, where is Charles Xavier? Where is Magneto? Where is Selene? These older mutants that kind of have they have longevity, they can live a long time type situation. My early prediction also with mutants is no matter if they're an older mutant or a younger mutant, I mean, it's just a power, but all mutants kind of have like a slowed aging type situation, but some more than others, of course, like a Wolverine or a Magneto or something like that. But, I think that whole situation would be fine. If this is Jean Grey using her powers, I would not have a problem if this is what it looks like.
You're going to use that to start teasing the future of the MCU. We are setting up the X-Men in this movie because the X-Men movie is coming after Secret Wars, which is only 2 movies away after Spider-Man Brand New Day. So that's pretty big. And it's coming not too long after Spider-Man Brand New Day. So it makes sense that would be Kevin Feige, who, if you don't know, is the president of Marvel Studios. It makes sense that would be his call for the movie. But as far as Tom Holland figuring out what fans want, it's Venom. It has to be. So that's reason number 2. Reason number 3 is, well,
is it Venom? Is it Venom? Are we ready for Peter to get the black suit? With everything that y'all know supposed to happen in this movie, the Punisher's supposed to be in it. There's supposed to be like little whispers in the air that Daredevil's actually in this movie. The Hulk is in this movie, like the Savage Hulk, not that stupid ass Dr. Hulk, Smart Hulk bullshit they gave us for these last few years. We actually get Savage Hulk again. There's supposed to be an array of villains. With everything that y'all know, would it be too much for Peter to either get the suit in the movie or at the end?
It kind of aligns with the story. If we think about the actual change that Peter is going through, well, bonding with the symbiote does change your DNA. And that can cause it to mutate, like we hear Bruce Banner talk about in the trailer. So based on everything that we kind of know about the movie, Peter going through this change, the symbiote affecting him could be why he is going through this change. It's literally bonding with his DNA and changing it. And if you think about everything that we heard, if you replace the symbiote, if you replace that with the toxins that we've heard from Jackal, even though it does seem like Jackal is going to be a part of this movie. And I'm not saying that other things can't affect Peter as well. I think that actually might be a pretty big misdirect in a way. Like if Jackal infects Spider-Man, sure, it's going to affect his body. But once they remove that, if they remove that, it could be revealed that, the symbiote was actually a big factor in that as well. And it might even end up saving Peter, which of course we're going to talk about in this video.
But if you're telling me the Jackal damn near kills Peter and then he agrees to let the symbiote take over? Just as he dies, that little piece of the symbiote attaches itself to him. That would be fire.
But if you replace the virus or toxin or him naturally changing based on all these things that we've heard, the symbiote, you can just swap it out and it makes sense as well for the story that we're hearing. It makes sense. And that could actually end up amplifying Peter and could give him organic webbing. That is one of the effects that could happen. It could change his DNA. So it lines up with the story. The 4th reason is that the trailer does seemingly hint at this depending on how you view it, right? So he gets black eyes in one scene, right? Yeah, that makes sense. That would be the Venom symbiote. It
Y'all don't look Venom symbiotish to y'all? I mean, see, and maybe now they're learning to give us a whole lot, but not give us anything at the same time. What do I mean by that? The way that they start shooting these commercials and these trailers by blocking out certain things. You remember when they did the last Spider-Man movie, motherfuckers didn't even know the other two Spider-Men were in that movie because they blotted them out in certain parts. Then when you saw it in the theater, you saw that it was the three Spider-Men together in that certain scene. This might be another one of those. Man, Spider-Man Brand New Day might shut the summer down. I'm telling you.
could be because of something else. But if you're looking for the symbiote, you would probably say, boom, that's it right there. I'm not saying that is 100% what it is, but again, you can say it's it. And if he's in the film, if the symbiote is in the film, then that would make sense. Now, there are a few scenes, like, for example, when Peter wakes up in this web cocoon, in the trailer at first, you can see his hand on the left is black. And at first I thought,
That's like a shadow. That doesn't look like a symbiote hand. That's a shadow.
okay, maybe this is just shadowing, but that doesn't really line up with everything else that we've seen. His hand really does seem like it's got a black coat over it. That could be the symbiote that we are seeing right there, right? It's kind of coming out just a little bit there. That combined with him kind of covering his ears in the scene where a drop of water lands and like his senses go crazy. Originally,
The Venom symbiote, one of the ways to beat it is fire and like loud vibrations and sounds. That'll get a symbiote right up off of you. He does look like he kind of kirking out about that whole sound situation.
I thought, yeah, you know what? He's going through this metamorphosis, so it's kind of messing with his abilities. So it's kind of messing with his hearing. But that's actually what happens when Venom is inside of you and hears loud screeching noises, right? Remember Tom Hardy? Remember Topher Grace's Venom from Spider-Man 3? And just Venom in general, that is one of the weaknesses of him, and that is what happens. So maybe he is grabbing his head, kind of holding his ears because of that, because he has the symbiote inside of him. I'm not saying Peter knows he has the symbiote, but it could be on him and affecting him without him knowing. So there's that scene.
That's not a bad theory. That's really not a bad theory at all. If he messes around and gets this symbiote early in the movie and we don't see it to start affecting him to like later parts in the movie, then you would want to know where has the symbiote been this whole time. Because you got to remember, in Venom, you learn that the hive mind of all in the multiverses, all the Venoms remember everything from every timeline, from every universe in the multiverse. So every Venom knows Spider-Man.
As well, when he passes out, that could be, again, he might not know it, but the symbiote could have bonded with him. And it's not necessarily an easy thing that happens. So, you know, that happens to Eddie Brock in Spider-Man 3 as well. You know? Then there's one that people have been pointing out that I find kind of interesting. Peter wears black a lot in the trailer. And yeah, he does. He wears black coats. He wears a black tank top. He wears black shirts. Yeah, I mean, I totally get it. And then the last thing, this isn't necessarily reason 5. I'm going to still put this with reason 4, is that the symbiote does know who Peter Parker is because of the hive mind. So the symbiote does end up in 616, which they showed us. There is a symbiote in 616. It makes sense that that symbiote would go find Peter Parker / Spider-Man, because that is what it just saw while being attached to Eddie Brock in the Sony universe. Then they went over, a part of it was left. Eddie Brock and most of Venom went back.
And we don't know how this particular piece is going to act on this Peter. For one, y'all saw an Into the Spider-Verse, which is also somewhere in the multiverse of the MCU. When things from other universes go into other universes, it normally ends up making that universe disintegrate. So this piece of Venom from another universe is in the wrong universe. How will it react on Peter?
So the symbiote going to seek out Peter Parker, that does make sense considering what it just saw. So that lines up as well. And then the fifth one, this is, some fans might not like this. It's kind of a two-parter as well, though, is the setup for Secret Wars. Unfortunately, the setup.
And you want to know something? Venom always comes to get Peter Parker whenever he feels like he's at his lowest, depressed. You got to look at it. He don't have no friends. MJ don't remember him. Ned don't remember him. He's really alone. Aunt May is gone. Uncle Ben been gone. Nobody knows who he is. He's on his own. Life sucks. He's still Spider-Man. All that depression, all of that darkness, Venom gonna come feed off of that.
For Secret Wars might mean Peter dies at the end of the film. This is something that we've heard, we've heard rumblings about. A lot of people theorize that Peter could die. It's not confirmed, obviously, at this point in time, but a recent plot leak did tell us that Peter actually does end up dying at the end of the film. He goes to Aunt May's grave, and he kind of lets the virus or infection or whatever you want to say kind of kill him, right? To get rid of it. But Venom can bring him back. And I think that might be what they decide to do, especially because we've heard a few reports now from insiders that the Russo brothers want to give Tom Holland.
What if he dies, right? Just like how he said he dies at Aunt May's grave, and then the music does its normal Spider-Man, dun, 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 and he opened his eyes with the Venom eyes. It's like, dun, and that's the last time we see Spider-Man. Now we know he's back alive. He's Venom. Oh man, that would be crazy.
Spider-Man, the Venom symbiote in Avengers Secret Wars. That's when he first got it in the comics, so that makes sense. It'd be a cool little Easter egg to do for sure. And this might actually explain why Peter Parker is not there in Avengers Doomsday. I think it happens at the same time as Spider-Man Brand New Day, and that's probably the main reason. But him also dying for a second might actually, come into play as well. But the symbiote brings him back. So we're looking for reasons to think that Venom's in the movie, right? Yes. But these are reasons that
I mean, those eyes kind of sold it for me when the commercial first came out. Those eyes kind of sold it for me. They were giving us everything without giving us anything.
I do think the symbiote could be attached to Peter Parker in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Will he actually be? Unsure. Are they going to really show it? Unsure. But I think it would be really cool if they did, setting up a lot of future things, setting up the X-Men with Sadie Sink and the DODC, and then setting up whatever Peter Parker's role is going to be in Avengers Secret Wars. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking that the symbiote is in Brand New Day and it's infected Peter. Maybe those black eyes and the black hand and everything like that, maybe that is the symbiote. But then again, it could be a virus, an infection, simply his body changing. We'll have to wait and see. But let me know your thoughts.
Shout out to Cosmic Wonder. Spider-Man comes out this summer, y'all. Everybody who pulled up here, thank you for pulling up. Y'all tell me how y'all feeling about that one, man. Possibly seeing the Venom symbiote take over Peter in Spider-Man Brand New Day, man. I can't wait to watch this movie. Hey, man, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This was another episode of the Offenders Initiative podcast. Salute to the chat, everybody, and we gone.